Hello, this is the Spectre 9 from SilencerCo. It is their super lightweight 9mm can that goes on subguns and pistols alike. Mr. Jimmy from SilencerCo, thanks for coming out.
Thank you very much, brother.
Please tell me what's cool about this.
So Spectre 9 is an awesome can. It comes in at 4.76 inches and it's full titanium, so like you said, it is very lightweight. It's awesome because you can run your 9mm, both subs and supers, full auto. And one of my favorite aspects is that you can run 300 blackout out of it as well.
Subs and supers?
Subs, full auto, supers, semi-auto for 300 blackout, just because you are dealing with a lot more pressure in there.
Sure.
It ships with the piston housing, so you just got to get the piston that matches the gun that you're going to be running it on. You also can 3-lug it if you're running it on an MP or SP5. You can also direct thread it under a handguard. The diameter is only 1.37 inches.
All right.
So it's compact, it's lightweight, and it's pretty dang quiet.
And alpha threads?
It is alpha thread, yep, and it can rock with the alpha ASR as well.
Sweet. And MSRP street price?
MSRP is $879 on that can. Street price, I would say anywhere around $800 is a pretty good deal.
Perfect. That thing's awesome. This here is the Osprey 9. That one there's the Osprey 45. These are the really cool mailbox-looking square cans that SilencerCo makes. They've been making them for a while, and they've got a lot of pop culture clout, but recently they've been redesigned to the 2.0. Mr. SilencerCo, tell me what's different about the 2.0.
So the 2.0 is awesome. Instead of that original lever that you used to time it to the action, now we've got a push button. So the push button is really cool. If you screw it on and it's facing a weird way, you just push it in and you time it exactly how you want it. As they have always been, the Osprey is just a great looking can. You know, it fits really well with the slide. It looks really nice. The 9 comes in at about 7 inches, 7.06, and then the 45 is another inch longer at, I think, 8.06 inches.
All right.
The 45 is really cool because you can run a plethora of your pistol calibers through it. Not only 45, you can also run 40, you can run 357, you can run 10mm, you can run 9mm out of it. Cool. For your 9 specific, if you want it to be a little bit shorter, that Osprey 9 is really awesome. And the pitch out of these cans is one of my favorite sounds that any silencer makes. They're really quiet, but they're just unique overall. And it's a tried and true design, and we love them.
And the shape isn't just for aesthetics, it's got an actual use case.
That's correct, yep. So these ones, you can use any standard pistol height sight and you can see right over it. Not like a big circle coming up where you need some sort of optic on there. It really and truly just works right out of the box with most good old pistols.
Yeah, looks great, sounds great. And they've been redesigned to be easier on the end user. These are awesome.
Your exterior is going to be aluminum on this can, and interior is stainless steel. So you've got a good combo of lightweight and durability.
And these are awesome. MSRP street price?
MSRP is going to be $819 on these. Doesn't matter whether it's the 45 or the 9. I would say a street price, $750 or less, is going to be a heck of a good deal.
Cool. Awesome. End of the berm. Steel. This is the Velos LBP, low back pressure, I'm assuming that means. This is the low back pressure offering from SilencerCo. Comes in 5.56 and 30 cal, long and short. Mr. SilencerCo, what's cool about this?
These cans are especially awesome. First of all, it does ship with the ASR mount and the muzzle device, so it is ready to rock on your AR. Being low back pressure, these are purpose-built for the AR platform or other gas platforms. Instead of that hot air when you throw a can on blowing right back in your face, it's pushing that extra air forward downrange. What's really cool about it is that it is stainless steel and then 3D printed Inconel and then stainless steel on top. So if you need any warranty work, you have a baffle strike or something of the sorts, instead of having to re-3D print the whole thing, we actually will chop it off where the Inconel begins. That Inconel is actually threaded onto the serialized stainless steel portion. So we'll take it all out, we'll thread on a new one, re-weld it, and send it back. We have a full machine shop dedicated to our warranty work, so it's not taking time out of production, and our average time on warranty turnaround is 2 days from the time it hits the factory to the time it's back in the mail on its way to you.
That's really good. And these are very durable. Inconel's a great material.
That is a fact. These are our most durable cans. We'll run them on belt-fed machine guns. We will shoot them full auto. We will shoot them until they are glowing white hot, let it cool back down, and run it some more.
You said there's 5.56 and 30 cal for the long, and right now only 5.56 for the short guy.
That'd be correct. Yep. So we've got 5.56K, the Velos LBP 5.56K, not 7.62 yet. In the full size Velos LBP, we've got 5.56 and 7.62.
You got MSRP street price for me?
So we're going to start out with the K. We're at 11.64. The 5.56 full size, we're at 11.74, and the 7.62 we are at 12.94. Anywhere between $1,000 and $1,100 is going to be a good deal in a shop.
Perfect. Sweet. There's no one on the planet that doesn't love a good 22 can, and SilencerCo has two different ones to offer you. The Sparrow, we've been selling for a very long time. You might have even gotten one for free if you got lucky with the timing and got the BOGO deal. And then there is, if you want a little bit more versatile and modular, the Switchback.
Yep. So both of them are awesome. Actually, the Sparrow is the can that started it all for SilencerCo in 2008. It is the highest volume can that we have ever produced. And truly, it is tried and true. It's a workhorse for your 22. The Switchback is awesome. It is modular, so you can run it in 3 different length configurations. If you're to remove that end cap, you can take it and thread it right on to this short right here, and you can run it in a short, like if you've got a Beretta Bobcat or something small. Then you can take that direct thread and you can thread it onto this medium section and run it medium, or you can run it in the full size. What's also really cool about this can is that you can actually take out the front baffles and flip them around for what we call rifle optimization.
Okay.
So if you're gonna run it on something like this Bergara bolt gun, you can actually make it quite a few decibels quieter if you optimize it for the rifle.
All right, so you've got simple, easy, tried and true. You've got something a little more technologically advanced, I would say.
You could say that, yep. Yeah. Both are user serviceable, which is awesome. It's needed when you're shooting that unjacketed lead out of the 22. About every 1,000 rounds for the Switchback and about every 2,000 rounds for that Sparrow, you're going to want to take it apart. It's very easy. You can do it at home. You can clean it with a lot of different good suppressor cleaners on the market.
Awesome.
So they're easy to use. They're fun. You can also run them with a plethora of different rimfire cartridges. So it's not just 22 LR. You can run 22 mag out of it. You can run 17 HMR, 22 Hornet, all the way up to 5.7.
Sweet. MSRP street price on these?
So the Switchback is going to come in at $539 and the Sparrow is going to come in at $349. I would say that in a shop, $300 is a great deal on the Sparrow and $400 is a great deal on the Switchback.
Awesome. Get you a 22 can. You won't regret it. You probably don't need a shotgun can, but if you've ever watched No Country for Old Men, you know you want one. SilencerCo makes the Salvo in their signature mailbox form factor, both long and short. Mr. SilencerCo, tell me about the Salvo.
So it really is awesome. It comes in a long configuration, just over 12 inches. And what's really cool about it is that you can actually remove these front baffles all the way down to 6 inches. If you want it for home defense, have it in the closet so that you're not blowing your eardrums out in case of an intruder. You can actually really wield this thing in its short configuration quite easily in tight spaces. If you want max sound suppression, this long configuration does a great job. You can run all kinds of ammo out of it. You can run birdshot, buckshot, or slugs, so it's pretty versatile.
It looks really fucking cool. Who doesn't like a suppressed shotgun?
No, it doesn't. It looks totally different. And a lot of people wonder, they say, does it really work? Because the nature of a shotgun with all those pellets going out, people think that there'd be too much gas escaping. But what's really interesting is that there's rods that actually run the entire length of the can, and it holds the wad together until it exits the end. So it all stays compact and tight, and it will shock you just how quiet this is.
All right. Salvo 12, like a little musket. Whether you're hunting dinosaurs with your 45-70 lever gun, or you just want to suppress every gun you own with a single can, the Hybrid 46 is your friend. They come in 2 flavors, either the modular M or the direct thread
DT.
DT.
Yeah.
OG Hybrid 46. Mr. SilencerCo Jimmy, please tell me more about the Hybrid 46s.
So yeah, like you said, we've got two different versions of the Hybrid 46. We've got the M, which is awesome because you can run it with the front baffle stack on or remove it for a shorter configuration. It does come with the ASR mount. However, you can get a direct thread and thread it right on if you want it as short as possible. We've also got the standard direct thread, which is equally an awesome and super rugged can. Both of these you can run from 9mm to 45 or 5.56 to 45.70, pressure-wise 338 Lapua. But these are hammers. They're going to be the most versatile can that we make, and truly, if you've got a gun, it will probably accept this can.
If it doesn't start with a 5, if it's not a 50 cal, chances are it'll do it.
I would recommend against the 50 cal. However, this can truly is a beast. Both of them, depending on the application, are just going to be the most versatile choice from SilencerCo.
Awesome. This is a Scythe from SilencerCo. This is probably the lightest 30 cal can that I've ever put my hands on. This is the titanium version. These are ridiculously light and super quiet. They come with a cool little anchor brake. These have been around for a couple years now, but this year you guys came out with a steel one.
That's correct. Yep. So that's the Scythe TI. This is the Scythe STM. So it is stainless and modular. Whereas the Scythe TI is absolutely your hunting hero. It is your bolt gun's best friend. It comes in at 6 inches and just over 7 ounces. So like you said, it's pretty ridiculously lightweight.
Oh yeah. This is 5.56 from the Scythe on a bolt gun. Shoot into the berm first just to hear it. And now it's steel.
It was the quietest can that we made for 30 cal. However, the Scythe STM now takes the cake. From 223 up to 300 rum, you can run the Scythe STM full auto. You can absolutely shoot the heck out of it. You can take the front baffle stack off and run it short or run it for its quietest and its long configuration.
So I'm assuming this one, not full auto rated, this is more of a, what did you say, 10 to 15 shots a minute kind of thing?
Right in there, right in the 10 to 15, you know, like I said, that is purpose built for lightweight hunting, taking it out west to go shoot an elk. It truly is awesome for what it is designed to do.
That one, you can shoot however you want it.
However you want. And these are Bravo, so they're hub compatible. They ship with a 5/8 by 24 direct thread mount. However, you can run the ASR mount on it. You can run a plethora of different accessories with it. It also ships with the anchor brake.
You want a great warranty, super quiet 30 cal can?
It's the way to go.
Scythe.
Scythe.
Awesome. Into the berm. All right, that was a fantastic day of shooting, pun intended. Jimmy, thank you so much for coming out.
My pleasure, brother.
Bringing all your cool stuff with you. We shot pretty much everything you guys make, and they're all great. The ones that really speak out to me, the ones that are special, are the Scythes are great. The titanium one, just being as light as it is amazing. That new STM, that was my first time shooting it. Very, very quiet. It's a little bit on the heavier end, but it's more durable, more quiet, modular. Fantastic. The Spectre 9 is my personal favorite. This thing here, amazing handgun can. It didn't give my 17 any issues at all. Super light, goes on subguns, works just as well. And then also just touching on the Velos, very, very low back pressure. You weren't kidding about that. I got nothing in the face. Just great stuff, man.
Well, it's my pleasure to come out. We love having fun shooting guns, so thank you. And I look forward to doing it again.
Oh, sure do I. At SHOT Show, you guys unveiled a couple cans that might be coming in the future.
Yep.
I've got a little video on that up. S98 and the Spectre 9K. Be on the lookout for those. What time you think those will be coming out?
We're shooting at the end of the year. Q4, December time, they'll be hitting the streets.
We'll make a video on those when they come out for sure. I'm very excited for those. Very happy to have shot these. Thank you so much again.
My pleasure, brother.
That was a great one.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for watching. That's about all I got.